People often talk about the best gift that they've received. What do you think is the best gift that you've given?
Oh, wow. Um, I hope that the best gift that I've given is that you can start over
Hmm.
or recreate or set yourself on a different path and then that's okay.
Okay.
I hope that that's like a reminder. How about that? A reminder that I've given
Oh,
some.
that's dope. Wow, that's what I needed to hear. So that's dope. Um, let's see. What would let me phrase this properly? Some words of encouragement or something inspirational that you would tell either a young artist or yourself as a young artist, what words of encouragement would you give them? What would you say to them?
Um, I think I would say like regardless of what your artistry is, like do it for 14 days. Just do it for 14 days and then review.
Really?
Draw something, write something, sing something, dance something for 14 days. Because
What go ahead.
I don't know, 14 days, 21 days, I don't know, but the key is like that for me is probably the most powerful thing is when you see that you can stick with something and then also see a little mini evolution in your work within that moment and then
Okay.
to completion.
That's cool. No, I'm a sports person, so bring it back to sports. When we talk about gym culture and going to work out, typically when you start workout, whether you're reconnecting to working out or working out for the first time, that 2 week mark is critical. It's usually when people quit. You
Mm.
make it past the 2 weeks, which is 14 days, then you're probably onto something. You'll continue it.
Okay, I like
That's really cool. So let's see, what's one thing that you implemented or maybe society implemented during the pandemic that you think we should continue to do?
oh, so many things. Um, yeah, so many things. I feel like I don't know if it was society. I don't know if it was society, but I felt like we cared about each other a little bit more.
Hmm.
So people were checking in on each other. But the other thing I think we did, like as maybe a small community, was like learn how to set boundaries.
Mm.
I think I felt like people were setting and being more regular and consistent with setting boundaries. And I feel like in the end that was helpful because that's letting you know what you need,
It's true. It's important.
should show up. You're giving me parameters that I cannot approach you unless I show up correctly. That's
Yes. Oh my God, that's so important. No, that's wow. I'm a firm believer in giving expectations
mm-hmm,
around just about everything. Like, what do you expect from this?
mm-hmm,
Your intention
mm-hmm,
and being clear about that.
mm-hmm,
So that's really, really cool. No, setting boundaries is huge, but just also expectations of
mm-hmm.
how you want things to go, how you should be treated, how you want. Sorry, this is my alarm to take my potassium. Um, but no, really, that's super key. Oh,
Mm.
that threw me off. I wasn't expecting Big Frida in the middle of this.
That's so funny.
Oh. So are you working on anything right now? And if you are, what's a big challenge to that project?
So I've been wanting to. My grandmother passed away a couple years ago, and she's my namesake. So my middle name is Ruth. My grandma's name is Ruth. And I'm basically a reincarnate of her, I would say. And so I'm trying to do something in honor of her energy. Um, and she was an herbalist. And I didn't appreciate her
Mm,
enough while she was here. And now I'm just thinking about everything that she was sharing, the little gardens. This plant does this plant does this. And so I feel horrible, but now I'm like, okay, well, let me do what you were telling me to do.
wow,
Let me do what you were telling me to do.
so
And
powerful.
that's in the works. Yeah.
That's, my grandmother is key, and then I'm also named after my great grandmother, my
Mhm.
mom's grandmother, Avie, and I visited the grave where she's buried. It's a trip to see your name on a headstone. Let me tell you, because Avie Alexander, I saw that, and it gave me chills, gave me goosebumps. Yikes. You know what I mean? Like, ooh. But my mom loved her very much. So again, like you said, like I didn't get a chance to get to know her, but I asked about her and I'm so excited. Shani, my family Bible is coming. My sister-in-law had it because my brother before he died uh
Mhm.
took it to Atlanta and so she had it and I asked her to ship it and I asked her to bring it, but she's gonna ship it. So it's coming. Knock
Mhm.
on wood. It gets here safely, and our family tree is in the front because I used to use that paper.
Oh.
So I'm so excited to read more about all of our ancestors and
Mhm.
want to know, as much as I can. I might have to. I've been talking about going back to Cape Girardeau, where my mom is from, where we have relatives, and interviewing the elders and finding out more before they're not here.
Yeah, that's important work.
Yeah, so my goodness. So if you could set up your dream studio, art studio, what would that look like? Dream location, you know, set up architecture, how you want it, where you want it, how you want it structured. What would your dream art studio look like? What would that look like?
If I could, like, sprinkle some magic dust in my back door, open it and then walk down the path and be right in the middle of Joaquin Miller Park. And
Wow.
there's a desk, there's some ink, a little bit of acrylic, a journal. So basically, like a secret door that takes me straight to Joaquin Miller without having to drive. That would be ideal.
Wow. So you would want to work outside or just have that at your front door?
In the trees, and maybe a trickle of a creek. Yeah,
That's so dope. Yeah, wow. Everybody wants to be in nature, which is awesome. So awesome.
so much.
With that,
It gives you so much. The trees, the plants. No,
we gotta do a retreat, an artist retreat.
Avi, don't speak dreams into existence.
We gotta do it. Because everybody's talking about it, wanting to have an art space outdoors. We gotta create it for ourselves.
That's it. That's it. Because, like, that little sacred portal with no machines for just a little bit, you know how it goes.
Mm. Yeah, we did art camp
Ooh,
2016, 2015. A bunch of people that I still am so cool with because that ties you together. And it was an amazing time. I mean, it's laughs to this day, bro. I think it was 3 days, two nights, 3 days. Man, let me tell you, we had so much fun.
perfect.
Let's see. What has been your latest art find, art supply, maybe technique, uh, something that you just either you may have always had it or some, tool that you just like, oh my God, I can't do this without it. It could be new, it could be that something you've always had, even a software,
Hmm.
something art supply, art tool that you're just like, oh my God, I got to tell people about this?
Yeah, I think I'm realizing or appreciate acrylic markers. And so I've had to figure out how to do things when you aren't able to carry a lot of paint
Mm,
with you or want
just
to,
bought a set. I
you know,
haven't tried them yet. I'm
say
excited. I just bought a set and I'm excited to try them.
exactly. Oh yeah, so you're gonna get your life. So it's just that's nice. And then that just goes over different surfaces and it's I guess low maintenance.
Hmm.
So I would say yeah, explore.
I might bust those out today or sometime soon.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
doing these interviews right now, so I'm got a couple more lined up. I'm so excited to
Mhm.
be speaking with other artists. It's been so much fun and healing. It's been so joyous. I can't wait to keep doing these.
Yeah,
Uh,
your thing, okay?
what's that?
Doing your thing.
It's so good to just, I don't know, like we've been saying, be in the community and bounce ideas off each other and because we don't have enough time. We're too many in our phones and our devices to
Mm-hmm.
actually talking to other human beings in real time.
Right.
I mean, I know we're on a computer now, but still, like,
It's intentional time.
yes, yes, for sure. And we can plan further, like actually in person, in your face, smelling bad breath time too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, because people, I don't know. I think because of lockdown, we got so used to being in our little silos and isolated, and it's not normal.
Not. It's not. And which is why like the zine workshops that you're doing, like I do think feel like people need a little bit of encouragement to come out. Express your boundaries, express your expectations, but then also let's still be with each other, you
Yeah,
know?
100% for sure. Um, so I'm gonna wrap it up with this last question. Do you think art is political, or does art have to be political, or is just making art, the act of making art, is that political?
Mhm. Right. It's like it doesn't have to be political, but I do think that because we live in the world that we live in, it becomes political.
Hmm.
Yeah,
In what way?
even if it's unintentional. We multiple identities, multiple experiences, and we can't deny like our reality right now, which
Yeah.
is so entrenched in a lot of harm, violence, subjugation, and oppression. And so ultimately, I feel like the act of creation is the expression of a yearning or the expression of a frustration, which is still rooted in a yearning for something else,
Right.
you know? So,
And
yeah.
does it have to be pointedly specific to our politics, quote unquote, versus our daily life? Does that make it any less political if I just make a zine about cooking meals every day?
Yeah, because cooking meals every day is saying a lot.
Okay. I
Cooking,
agree. I am good girl agreeing. I want your point of view.
cooking a meal every day is saying a lot about how you want your health to be, you know,
We value.
where maybe you see yourself in a couple years. Like so much of our healing is wrapped up in what we eat. So yeah, I feel like yeah, whether it's pointed or not, there is a message and an expression, a desire for something.
Yeah, because I was talking to Maya Kobabe about that. Like if I just painted flowers that go over your couch, that's very political because who has time to do that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who has time to not only paint like an oil painting which takes forever to dry? Who
Right.
has that free time? And who can also avoid talking about other things that may be more stressful?
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it is political.
Mm-hmm.
That is a super political act to decide I'm gonna just paint landscapes
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and oil paints, which are super expensive but not accessible to everyone.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Ugh,
I
absolutely.
love, I love these questions and talking with you and exploring these things, like I said, with someone else that, you know, it's, I think I keep saying healing, but it's very healing and it's super, I think it helps ground us because sometimes we can have similar ideologies or similar backgrounds even. But just hearing someone else's take on it
Hmm.
is so key to maybe even unlocking things that we didn't know that we needed answers, questions that we didn't know we needed answers to.
Hmm. Hmm.
Appreciate you. And I think I really appreciate your candor too and such ease that you have with sharing yourself and not being as guarded or censored as I would be. You know, being your true authentic self. Especially as artists, we give so much of ourselves on paper that sometimes that we want to, for me, hold back uh, and not be so vulnerable all the time.
Hmm.
And I feel like if you read my art or look at my art, you should, not necessarily saying you do, but you would get a lot of insight into who I am. So
Right.
these conversations are super, I think, special. Um, and unintentionally, I think, have become a little bit of a time capsule, but so much is needed in this time to, like you said, remember what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Hmm.
I just kept getting a lot of, what is your why? Why are we doing what we do? And it's so, so key. Like you said, if it's a self-healing journey or journey to engage with others and be in conversation, uh, it's putting it out there
Yeah.
and hoping the right people find it and hear it.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's super, super necessary right now to go ahead and speak your truth and set those boundaries and open ourselves up to the greater possibilities. Like you said, we have to speak into existence the world that we want to live in and create that. So thank you, Shani. This has been awesome.
You know, we could talk forever, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, I want to get you out of here on time to go do whatever you got to handle.
Okay.
So thank you so much. We'll talk soon, and maybe even comics camp.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you.